Hello there, YouTubians. Here I am back to do some more videos. Just to explain a little something. I started a new project which is going to be way more musical than my usual project, which is more like based around techno, minimal techno, psychedelic, trancey, progressive kind of stuff like that. So the new project's going to have more guitars, more different time signatures, and just fusing different styles together. And in that sense, I also wanted to grow the horizon of the YouTube a bit, and not only do tutorials on things like techno, but actually stuff about recording guitar and more musical things, and just basically try and share everything I can. So to maximize the sharing potential. So in this lesson, I wanted to just show you a track I'm doing for the new project and show you basically how I process the guitar, because there's some really cool stuff these days that you might or might not know about, that you can use to record guitar and get really nice, really lovely processed sound with not having fancy amps and stuff. I mean, I've got a pair of Yamaha HS7s that really I like them a lot, and I have a sound card, and just with that alone and the program's about to show you, you can do a lot with it. So the first thing I wanted to talk about was cabinet impulses. So in the same way you have impulse responses with a convolution reverb, where I don't know how they do it, to be honest. They like whiz around frequencies all around the space and basically like capture the space. So then you can put, and that's what's called an impulse. It's like it captures the space. To say it's like St. Paul's Cathedral, they capture that, and then you can use that on whatever track you're doing. So you can put it on guitar or vocal or some ambient, whatever. And that's really cool, and that's called impulse response convolution reverb. Use impulse responses. Now they're doing it with guitar, so they can get a cabinet with a particular amp, with a particular mic setup, and they can record it. They can somehow capture it and create a small file that you then put onto your track, and it just sounds like you're running through that amp, and it's that cabinet, sorry, and it's really cool. And that's how I got these nice sounds here. So let's go to here, and I'll show you. So here's the so here is the track you actually just heard, and I'm just going to solo this one here. So this is the first track. It's quite quiet. I'm just going to put on the could just turn it up, or put on the master here. I think I'll just put on the master. So I guess the best way to show you is I'm just going to like basically turn off the whole chain, because I've got it all set up. I'm going to put that on the end of the chain there. So the way I've got it set up is that it's just like an audio effect rack. The interesting thing here is the pulse, this thing here. So let's hear how it sounds just without anything. And then this is with everything. I actually double tracked it here as well. So this is something you want to try and get yourself. So it's a free plugin called Lancaster Audio. So I come over here. Lancaster Audio here is called Pulse. It looks like this. And basically it's a cabinet impulse loader. So you can just load in your cabinet impulse, and so I've got a Gibson cabinet here loaded, and it also has its own ones. So I'll just show you with and without. So without it, that's just the direct in and all this effect chain, and then it's very subtle, but you can hear it sounds kind of a lot warmer and rounded off. It sounds more higher quality to me. got that high quality kind of touch. We can come here and I'll show you this one as well. So this one here, also using pulse. So I think, I'm not sure what I'm using here. A Marshall this time. So this is how this one sounds. And that's just the direct input there. And that's with the Marshall amp, it's a Marshall cabinet. So I've got a lot of other stuff going on here. It's a good thing about recording guitar in Ableton or whatever you're using is that, you know, when I had an amp as a kid, it's just got a low, mid, high, and a reverb knob. That's basically it. That's your functionality to craft your tone. Whereas here, even without this cabinet impulse, it's amazing because you know, you've got this EQ here has so much. You can do so much with this just alone. You can never even dream doing that on an amplifier. And the same with this reverb. You know, with an amplifier, you just turn the reverb up. It's either up or down. But you know, I've got like this full reverb. I can muck around with it, do what I want. I've got saturation. I've got a pre and post EQ here. And with this one, there's lots going on. This one here, look, I got the pre EQ, some reverb, bit of chorus. I really love the Ableton chorus. It has a bit of echo that comes in at the end here. It's a bit of saturation. Don't know what that glue compression is off. Maybe that should be on. Yeah, that should definitely be on. Love the glue compressor. It just lifts stuff up. Yeah, that's better. Yeah, Lancaster Pulse, Lancaster Audio Pulse. It's a free one. You probably got to put your email there, and you get that. And then you need to get some cabinet impulses. And for example, a company called Ownhammer are very good. You can get a lot of impulses from them. There's a lot of free impulses online as well. You can also use the Pulses ones. Pulse has some in there too. So yeah, let's go to the distortion now. I think I always struggled finding a good distortion for on a computer, like as a plugin. Never could find anything I liked, and that's why I bought like an amplifier a while ago when I was living in Edinburgh. I bought an amplifier just to have distortion, but now there is no need because there's amazing programs like ToneForge by Misha Mansour. It's made by a company, I'm not sure what they're called, but they worked with Misha Mansour to make this. We go here, maybe it was there. ToneForge, Misha Mansour, doesn't say it, does it? Well, they can't be that bothered about getting credit if they're not. If I go to the back, where is it? Come on. Nope, doesn't say. Anyway, so it's really good. There's basically clean, crunch, and lead. Different. There's like an infinity gauge that goes all the way up to 4 or 5 or something. You can just keep rolling with it. You can load cabinet impulses. It also has its own cabinet impulses here also. Then you got an effects chain, EQ, and compression, which I don't bother using any of these really. The reverb is actually quite nice, this reverb, but I don't use any of these just because I use the Ableton stuff. And then it's got a precision drive pedal as well. That sounds quite nice, so imagine, let's have a listen to it by itself. And to be honest, I might re-record this. I've recorded it with a pretty crappy guitar, and I'm actually with my Les Paul now, so I'll probably go for that. with a pulse. So this is like using 2 cabinet impulses at the same time, and got quite a cool sound from that. It's like harmonized with this. This is Amplitude 4, which I'm starting to realize is my favorite. This is a plugin that you can just go full crazy. I mean, you have all of these amps. You have all of these amps. You choose the amp, and then you come here, and you choose the cabinet. You choose the mic setup. It's just ridiculous. And I'll do a full tutorial on that at some point. I just want to make this little quick one, kind of anyone that kind of inspire people who want to record guitar. You know, because it really is a day, and like it really is in this day and age an amazing time where you can just, with a moderately decent sound card, just plug in direct input and just use your software like Ableton, whatever you're using, even without the cabinet impulses and without the fancy plugins. Obviously, the distortion, none of the DAWs really have good distortion yet. But you can get the third-party stuff like Amplitude 4, Lancaster Audio for putting in impulse responses, and oh yeah, JST, Joey Sturgis, that's the Tone Forge. They're the people that make Tone Forge. Joey Sturgis tones. Yeah, Amplitude 4, amazing. You can really dial on tones really well, and that I really like Tone Forge as well. And Neural DSP is one I'm going to get soon because that looks amazing. They look really. That looks like a really nice way for getting distortion. So yeah, let's have a listen to this bit here. This is using Amplitude 4. So it has like a rotary amp. So it has that kind of. Use an OTT to just bring up. I quite like that hissy. We're in 7/8 here, so that's nice. What's cool here is that I've got I just love Ableton, man. Like I've just got this audio, and what I've done is just drag it onto an operator, told it to convert it into harmony. It's given me this. Oh no, that's the bass line, sorry, I've got the, where is it, here. So yeah, just converted it, and I didn't change anything, like not one bum note. It just and like when you listen to it by itself, it may sound a little weird, like out of time, but actually when you play it with the music, it doesn't sound out of time at all. Oh, wrong one again. Oh no, hang on, what am I doing? Where is it? What is this? Oh yeah, it is this. I just put, it is that. I just put an arpeggiator on it. So, yeah, that's it. It's like distorted and all weird. But that's the same as this. Super nice. And then this is me singing here. Just like an infinite loop on a sampler. Here. Love doing these infinite loops. heavy flange on this as well. Heavy flange. Where's that flange? You can see it here. I just like smash it up. So yeah, another thing to mention is, like, if a sound card, for example, made by RME or Apollo, something like that, they have fantastic converters to convert the signal from analog to digital and then back, and it has like really powerful preamps inside it. You know, because when I had my old Native Instruments audio control, it was a wonderful card, and I used it for many years, and I toured with it for years. But I had to use a direct input box that kind of like boosted the signal because by itself it just sounded too flat. So yeah, it was definitely needed to have the DI box. But now with the RME, I don't even need a DI box. I just put it directly in, and I'm getting lovely strong signal. And also your guitar. You need a nice guitar with good pickups, preferably. Like, obviously, humbucker's noiseless. You know, like the guitar I was using to actually record this song was like a single coil kind of pickups, and they're quite buzzy and horrible. But still managed to make it sound alright. So that's quite important as well, having a nice sound card. But then, I just think it's amazing, that contrast of, you know, when you're younger and you had an amp, you got just like a couple of dials, you know, low, mid, high, reverb, one knob. You can have so much control over your reverb, so much control over your EQ. You know, I can have a flanger, a phaser, chorus, just boom, smash. And now these cabin impulses just are fantastic. And to be honest, they're just like EQ presets. You can probably do the same just with an EQ, but to be honest, some of the sounds are quite classy. Some of the impulse responses sound really nice, and they give a really classy foundation tone for it. And then distortions, tone forge, brilliant. Amplitude 4, brilliant. Haven't tried the newest DSP ones, but I'm going to try them soon. So yeah, hope you enjoyed the tutorial, and be sure to check out my website where I've got heaps of blogs of about music production, and also I'm teaching online face-to-face, like personal training with Ableton, music theory, composition, production, trippiness, synths, samplers, everything, you know, the full package. So yeah, thanks very much, and I'll see you again soon. I'll be posting regular content now, so yeah, I hope to see you again soon. See you later.